fourth down plays, the quarterback scrambling for long third down. Just talk about the attitude you brought in here and how it's sounded by QB.
Yeah, he's got tremendous poise. I'm not going to. He's a good player, and I'm not going to stroke him for doing what we anticipate he's going to do every week. He's a great quarterback. We're going to go as far as he allows us to go, and he showed great poise. But that's the expectation that we have for him every week. And just a great competitor. Took a lot of shots. I'm sure he's going to be sore tomorrow, but. We played hard, and I told the team after the game, we did. I was proud of the effort. We just didn't play very clean, but we said coming in, if we had a chance to keep it close into the fourth quarter, we felt we'd have a shot to win the game. And obviously, I think the play of the game was really the fourth and short that we stopped them.
Right.
I think it was the third, fourth down that they went for, but we knew we were going to have to withstand the early. If they were. Most 1A teams, they try and knock you out at the beginning, and if they can't, then you have a shot at sustaining the game into the second half. And I think we did that. And we kind of, I thought I still don't have an answer with that sideline play on the quarterback on Syracuse. Yeah, it's just I'm going to reserve judgment with that. But man, that looked just from my vantage point, that was just something that looked pretty hard to score. Yeah, just I think in a day and age where we're protecting quarterbacks. I don't think in the last 10 years I've seen a call where they've waved something off on a quarterback. You don't throw it, that's one thing, but when you wave it off, I just feel like I'm not being critical of anything, but it was just different. I'm not. No comment. I didn't get an explanation. No, so.
Can you take us through the last possession, especially the first two plays so they didn't get to Steve?
Yeah, it was just, I think they blitzed on both possessions, and we did a pretty good job picking it up. I think that was, most of the four from a side was, from the outside where you're bringing the guy off the edge, bringing the inside guy inside. It looked to me like they brought it up the middle a little bit, changed the path up of the blitz. So I think not having watched the film, but it appeared to me like we kicked anticipating, the blitz would be coming from the outside, and it kind of tucked inside, and we weren't able to recover. Our tackle on our back weren't able to recover.
Steve took the blame of those plays on him. Now you're confused as to why they stacked on the blitz. It's his fault. He said he did something right. That's just Steve being Steve, or
yeah, I think the quarterback. With the senior quarterback, he's going to take the blame on everything, and regardless of whether it was. And I don't think it was. I don't think it was his fault. But that's just the kind of warrior he is. He's not going to shy away from any responsibility with that.
Did you feel your team's self-confidence building as the game was going on?
Yeah, we play in a pretty competitive schedule. And I mean, if you look at our conference, Duke went down to Richmond goes down to Duke last week and beats Richmond and beats Duke. Last year, the week before we played, we beat UMass. They go out and Michigan needs an onside kick to beat UMass, in a shootout. So, I think, our kids know that our kids really are proud of the competition that we have week in and week out. The environment was certainly different than what we're used to, but, we see a ton of talented players week in and week out. And, we're going to, and I said to them, hey guys, we're going to have to play better than we did today if we're going to beat UMass next week. And the week after that, and the week after that. So we just got to continue to grow and learn from our mistakes.
Coach, can you talk about the game of basketball tonight?
Yeah, man, another guy he's like pros. I think our offense. We have a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps, and just Anthony's got a moxie about him. He's got a presence. He's one of those guys that you love to coach because he's unflappable. He's got an infectious personality. He makes other people. He keeps it loose, but his approach is always serious. And just a tremendous player to coach. And I think he's going to have a great year. Was an all-league type of guy for us a year ago, and he's a winner.
You said the 4th and 1 stop was key. Just talk about that play. How that blew up.
Yeah, it was. I think was it the second or third, fourth down?
Three.
Yeah, and I think all of them were in the first half, right? Yeah, so it's kind of like we were bleeding a little bit there, and we're in harm's way because we go with a 3 and out, and then we're punting, then we go with another 3 and out, we're punting again, and with that type of start, I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to Katie bar the door. So, but we ended up we called a blitz up the middle. And I think he missed it by, gosh almighty, I think he missed it by a chain on the marker. So it wasn't very long. He didn't miss it by much.
Anything else for Coach? Great. Thank
All
you.
right, guys.